back, everybody, to the Warlord of SBAS plays Torment, Ties in Numenera, episode 64. Last time we went to Infer's past, and we discovered he was attacked by the Sorrow, yet he survived by going to this hellscape. So let's continue and see what else we can learn. Never has your body been more welcome home than returning from Infer's mirror, where his wretchedness lingers in your memory. See again through your own eyes, and even this horrific place seems more wholesome than the refuge where Infer faced the Sorrow. Infer stares at you with newfound recognition, but even as he does, you feel a dark presence stirring around you. Same when you sense in the mirror. Something has sensed your meddling, and means to put an end to it. Infer smells for the first time without spite. "Brother," he says softly. "Not so little, not so young. Now you are truly flesh of my flesh." When he shudders as if he is taking a chill, and the shadow passes over his face. That's why you protected Kawada. She reminds you of Murkasa somehow, doesn't she?
My studies have borne fruit.
Sweet level. Infer says nothing, but his furtive glance at everything but you say, enough. Infer, you need to close the gate now before they take control of you. Brother nods. This place has brought but woe and false hope. Let it go.
I'll remember that.
Let it go. Infer seals his eyes shut and begins to howl. You feel the world about you shifting and churning. Everything grows dark and empty, save for voices almost as soft as silence itself. Attacking is rarely the only solution to a crisis. It's true. You're talking to your foes.
My studies have borne fruit.
Ooh, 2 levels now.
Listen to me, dear. I must tell you something.
Somehow, Infer's decision to close the gate forces you back outside. Infer is gone. There is no telling where. But the gate has closed behind you. Without the gate, the cultists have no reason to kill anymore. Not the only thing that had been expelled from the gate. A small pile of objects lies at your feet. Ooh, fat loot. Stop everything. Fat loot.
All right.
That's a impossible blade. Excuse me. So relativistic. Sweet. Enigmatic sphere. Just random sphere. Something I could sell, money, and impossible blade, which is all cool. Alright, Galaxy's wanted to talk to us.
I find it hard to believe that Infer could live within that hellscape for as long as he did. What was he fleeing that was so much more terrible than where he was?
He was hiding from the Sorrow. The Sorrow could not possibly compare to what we saw beyond the gate. She shakes her head. In all reality, there's nothing like it. And where it is, there's only one gate snuffling out possibilities forever. You may not even be the same Infer who originally went in. She shrugs, but we all deal with the uncertainty from time to time. After all, which of us is the real Galaxy? Is there one even? Is there one even? That's a good question, Galaxy. Can't talk to you with anything else? No, nothing really. Continue on. Alright, level time. Ooh. Me first. Max Stafford. I'm going to increase edge and intelligence. Because I like being able to have all that free ones. You don't have to have like vigilant points if you have a whole bunch of free ones. You can level Calistes leveled. Calistes, what do we want with you? I can increase your intelligence a little bit. Star. Give it a little bit more oomph. And Rian. Hello, Rian. Extra effort. You only have a 3 effort, so make you better at stabby. Sure. Alright. Alright. I believe that's everyone. Yep. Journal. Search of the time. This is more stuff. And this horror. Inform the memorialists. And go to the first cast off tomb. Alright. First.
Alright.
We'll go to the memorialists. Make sure nothing else is dropped. Which more Acropolis. Entrance. Blah blah blah. I guess I should go out and see if I can buy more healing too. Or rest. Right now I don't think your resting has any ill effects that I know of. I did it. First, I'm gonna rest here.
What is that? That feels great.
Oh my. Alright. Now to inform. I'll close the gate. Hopefully the cultists will stop bothering you soon. Truly? Her face becomes full of light. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Both the living and the dead are forever in your debt.
I'll remember that.
I regret have nothing to give you. We do not have much in the way of personal possessions. However, there is one who might. Hornus Kosel. He likes to collect odd relics from the alcoves outside. He could be more than happy to reward you on your behalf. I'm sure he has anything to get. See him out in the valley. Hornus, alright. I want to say I already talked to Hornus.
Let's go off. You and me. Trust and honesty are our bonds.
Trust and honesty are your bonds. You are such a kid. And you with your hope. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. There we go.
Ready.
Where we talk to you. Please. Yes. You are the one I need to talk to. That means I need to go.
Yes.
Portal? I need to go into the light and then through the darkness. Walk into the light.
All right, Rin. You can do this.
Blob of 3. Blob, blob, blob. Huh. Weird. Anyway. Walk into the darkness.
Go.
Boop, 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 boop. Guess what? I discovered stuff. Two of those thoughts tingle about in your head as you stand before this man who calls him as Rose Kosal. excuse me. It starts with alienation and rage at this, theft of their father's self, but with the fickle speed of youth, her heart changes, thundering along until it reaches the ultimate conclusion. That this is how the world reworks itself and tries again. Like a child kneading clay between her fingers and dreaming of all it can be. Then alone again in your mind. Then you're alone again in your mind. His eyes alight when he sees you in return. The children of the Endless Gate have curtailed their activities, and I have no doubt it was due to your actions. He presses a device into your hands. Please take this as a token of our gratitude.
I'll remember that.
Calithor. Might edge and effort applied, stare attacks, net effects. It's to the might pool. Truly, I don't know what brought you to the valley, friend. But we are all grateful that you came. Is there anything else I can do for you? Nope. We covered all that. So, nifty crown. I don't use might, so it's not more useful to me. You can't use it. You don't use might either. Neither do you. So it's a nice paperweight. Thanks for another thing that's practically useless. Oh yeah, I wanted to go buy healing.
Yes.
Doop 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 doop.
Yes.
Make sure I finish that quest line, and I did. Neat. Now it's main quest and Ohm's quest. Ohm on the range.
I'm ready.
To the light.
Yes,
Had a cold recently. My
Of
throat
course.
still tickles. Alright. Blah blah blah. I want to trade. Tell me you have healing. You have a thunder cannon, which is neat. Gravitational overseer. Oh, that's what I have. Oh, I should probably throw all my daggers that are practically useless. Don't need that. Don't need that. I don't need a second of this one. I might keep this, just that it might be useful towards oh, I haven't had him on my team for a little while, so I forgot his name. Glowy guy, one that uses swords. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good healing. I'll take that.
These ciphers are killing me.
I'll switch your ciphers around. Don't worry, Whiner. Oh, such a whiny baby. Yeah, that's good. Alright. What? Handle that, enter Janus, Fickles there. No. Caliceach, have one. Caliceach? You're good. Alright, you can have one more. Can Ren have any? Ren can have 3. Good to know. You kidding me?
we shall see.
Alright. I guess we're gonna go to main quest then. I'm pretty sure I covered everything else here. At least that I know of. So let's go to the last cast off tomb or whatever. First cast off, last cast off. Cast off soon.
Yeah, that's something I could do.
Yeah, that's something I can do. Alright. One you already know. Enter the code for the first cast off tomb. You press blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. buttons, I think.
Let's go.
The carvings here display two figures standing side by side on a crag overlooking the plateau with a wide disc at the center. The scene is familiar. A waves of dizziness envelops you, and you steady yourself against the rough stone. This does not help. The memory flows out through the stone, and rumbling pulses overtaking your senses. Yes, this thing is familiar because you experienced it firsthand when you rebuilt your mind in the labyrinth, and now here the fellow memories await. Succumb to it. Maybe a long dead day pours past you. Coals of smelting snow. Direct the first cast-off gaze toward the resource-rich plateau, where Malavas will one day stand. You ignore the laughter in her eyes when your own constructs turn on you and make the necessary repairs, and then rush of time slows as she makes her way up a moss-hung path towards you. Her eyes bright behind the mask. I have something to show you, she says. You follow her to deactivate the portal. I got it working, she says. To a deactivated portal. The door exists in two places at once. Here and on the other side. Once you align them. She lays her hands and forehead against the stone, as though worshipping the thing. Your lip curls involuntarily, but you can't fault the results. The portal activates, entering the wailing glow of the first cast-off tattoo beneath her mask. The flood of memory slows to a trickle, leaving you back in your body. You look over the mural. Could that be the way to open the portal? Examine the Frieza. Although the two figures are faded, you still make out a few necessary details with the help of memory you saw in the labyrinth. The Frieza depicts the changing god in the first cast-off, overlooking the sites of Malavas. They are side by side, not master or servant, but equals. Ohm probes the image of the changing god, as though making sure the sire isn't really here. Alright.
Yes.
What about this one? A bewildering array of colliding jagged edges and mangled courses mock this Freezy. I don't know. It's not quite clear whether the artist was a spot, drunk, or insane. Probably all of the above. The battlefield is depicted here. That much is certain, but the amount of detail is staggering. It isn't immediately apparent that the artist was trying to convey. Examine it. The first detail you notice is the fortress standing out from the wall in bold relief. Many of the soldiers shown are pouring through the sundered gates, and every one of their faces show a different emotion. Elation, rage, terror. But as the jagged edges seemingly raised at random, that pull your attention down to the bottom right of the place. That lies the first cast off of the changing god, mortally wounded, dying alone as divergent realities shot around her like teeth. Huh. That's weird. Alright.
Let's go.
Excuse me.
I'm making a note.
Stark letters have been carved on the rock above a steady hand. Sharp memories emerge at the sight of the masked figure in Tabula. First cast off. Countless footsteps have worn to track to and apparently into the mural. This is a gateway of some kind, but you can't see no way of opening it. Medicina must not have known that the portal would be closed. Also, she would have said something that whoever deactivated it must have been done it so recently. You look around the area, maybe examining the environment will give you some sort of clue. Read the epitaph. Oddly, the many of the words above are completely unreadable. It's not that they are in the language you don't understand. It's a truth, and you recognize every letter. Every time you try to put it all together, the meaning slips out from your mind. Maybe that's part of the epitaph. Isn't meant it for you. Your eye skips to the end of the message. She serves us still. Put your forehead against the door like you saw the first doing in your memory. You lay your hands on the cold stone and the first cast off once did, and press your forehead against the mural. The skin around your tattoo crawls, then burns, but even though with your eyes clenched shut, you feel the air of the tomb stirring. I did it. Ooh, seems legit. Let's go in.
Let's go. I'll remember that.
Ooh. I think I leveled. Come on, I want to see the neat world sanctuary. Pet Rickon. This woman is dressed in functional glaive clothing. Her hair is short and her face is muscular and intense. You recognize her intensity from Teshmir's blah blah blah. She shows you in the inside of the cheek before she speaks. She chews the inside of her cheek before she speaks. Must admit, I'm surprised you made it in. You realize by breaking open the portal lock, you've made your sanctuary more vulnerable to the sorrow. But you probably don't care about the results of your actions, do you? Your blundering pals beside the crimes of your creator. Of course, I'm heading out to stop more of them. You can read no thoughts from her. There's not. They're muffled, as though there's something more. Excuse me. As though there's something that we're interfering with them. What do you mean you when you said I'd made the sanctuary more vulnerable? There are rumors that Star's activity has increased recently. I don't buy the stories, but many of them do. She points a thumb behind her to the other cast off. Your brothers and sisters, your family, even the sorrow isn't more active. It's still active, and they came here to be safe. Your companion's eyes burn momentarily as blah 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 pauses, and you feel the tide stirring within you. Damn it, tide gold, she sighs. I can feel your tides. I know you believe you're doing the right thing. But let me tell you this, sometimes blindly rushing into help you does more harm than good. Poor was sealed for a reason. Have some empathy. Be that as may, I have more important information to share. Not with me, I'm not interested in what you have to say. Frankly, that I have a great deal of work waiting for me. If you want to express your delights in new life or share a moment excuse me, of happy fraternity with your sibling, I suggest you go talk with Blah. She'll give you the validation you seem to require. I ran into Blah. She said she had a message for you, but couldn't get in. Well, how very useful of you. Next time, I want someone informed that I have a... Excuse me. Next time, I want someone informed that I have a message for them, but cannot send it. I know just who to call to, who I'll come to. She gives you the most patronizing smile and you have ever seen. It's like she's practiced. Where are you headed now? Pat the Lim's battle. I've been leading our side against the forces of the coward ever since the first died. Your jaws tenses. Before you ask my side, the side of the first. We're in the struggle to survive, to protect ourselves against the father's plan. The other side, they want him to win. You want some more detail? Get them from someone else here. I've got a war to fight. What crimes has our creator committed? Do you want the full litany? Ask someone else, because I haven't got the year to spare. The worst one is that he had plans to kill us, to sacrifice us, to save his life. The first found out and took a stand to stop him, but she died now. She's dead now. We're stuck with me commanding in her memory, and meanwhile, sycophants and lick spitters work for him for the pillars of being destroyed. For some incomprehensible reason, they've put their faith in the man who dropped us into a world of pain. Alright. I'm going to continue talking to her in the next episode. So until then, remember, embrace the chaos or you go mad. Bye.